Hello everyone, welcome back to the SST class. Geography, chapter number 1, India, its location and size, and this is the part 4 of the video. In previous video, you studied about the latitude and its importance, heat zones through the diagrams, boundaries of the India. All these things I told you in the previous video. For more information, you can go back to the previous one. And now we are moving towards the India and the world. What is the importance of India in the world? The location of the India, how it provides a good economy and a good place in the world market. How India is having a good place in the world market due to its geographical location. In the very beginning, I told you that the location is something where we need to find out a place. Location means exactly like your home address and the directions from where the people are coming to your home. So many directions are there, but in buying a house and in a country there is a huge difference. We cannot buy a country. House we can buy it. In very first video I told you that if we want to buy a house, then we must look forward many of the things to get our basic necessities and to keep the things in a good manner so that we can avail all the facilities like transportation, hospitals, and roads, good roads, electricity, markets nearby, school nearby, so many things like that. But it is a house that we can buy of our own choice by looking the places. But country is not a such kind of that thing which can be buy. Our country cannot buy a land here or there, so that is why its geographical location is fixed. It means a country wherever is situated, wherever is located, in only those resources a country has to survive. Like India is a very huge and diverse country, and we are so lucky that India is having a very good geographical location. I'm going to tell you that some very other of the countries are not having such kind of good things that India is having. Though, luckily our country is situated as such a place where all types of transportations are available. Like there are three types of transportation: land, air, and the water. And you can see that India is having all the three types of transportation, and due to it many of the countries and the countries who are the neighbors, who are having the international boundaries with the India, they you wants to connect with the India, because they have to, when they have to go to the other countries, they have to cross through the India. So that is why the location of the India has a huge importance in the world market. So many things are there. So first I am talking about the northern part of the India, where the Jammu Kashmir is there, and the above one, the Asia landlocked countries are there. So India is having the boundary with the Asia, and there Asia is a very huge continent. Asia is totally a landlocked country. Landlocked means the countries which are not having any water side around them. इंडिया इज़ हैविंग, तो इंडिया का जो ऊपर का पोर्शन है, नॉर्दर्न वन, दैट इज़ सराउंडेड बाय द लैंड लॉक्ड कंट्रीज. लैंड लॉक्ड, एवरीवेयर इज़ लैंड लैंड लैंड. So those mountains which are there on the northern sides, it provides the passes to the country. Passes means the way between the mountains. जो पहाड़ों के बीच में से निकल के जाने की रास्ता होती है, दैट इज़ कॉल्ड द पास, माउंटेन पास. तो देयर आर सो मेनी passes, but the main passes are the Zojila, Shipkila, and Nathula. These are the names of the passes I am telling you. You can search it, or you can see it in your books also. Read about them, that where is Zojila, Shipkila, and the Nathula. These passes provides the very good trade and the migration to those countries, not only to India. So those landlocked countries got the way to cross from the India and to go through the different countries for the purposing of trade and for the migration, for transportation, for import and the export. So many things are there. So India provides that is why India is having an important role on the northern portion. Then coming to the downwards to the southern part, in the southern part India is surrounded by water from three sides. When a land is surrounded by the water from three sides, it is called peninsula. So India is having a peninsula in the southern portion, and below the peninsula there is a ocean. The name is Indian Ocean, and that Indian Ocean divided due to the peninsula into two parts, one of the Arabian Sea and another one is the Bay of Bengal, which are the two sides of the one is in the east and one is in the west direction. So due to its water label and due to its peninsula, India is having a very long coastal line. Coastal line means the area nearby the water. नदी के समुद्र के किनारे की जो जगह होती है दैट इज़ कॉल्ड दी कोस्टल एरिया. तो इंडिया इज़ हैविंग सच अ ह्यूज कोस्टल एरिया, काफ़ी लंबा है, बहुत बड़ा है. तो these coastal areas provides lots of good things, provides occupation, provides agriculture and the things which can be grown nearby a sea region, like the sea आपका sea salt है, that can be made from the sea. And the most important thing, the seaways, the waterways, totally India's waterways run through those coastal areas. That is why those coastal areas are very important for us, because the whole trading from the western Asian countries and the east Asian countries and in the southern countries where the Sri Lanka and the Maldives and the other countries are also there, India can very easily contact to those countries also. So that this is how the India's location is providing a huge important role in the world market, because when if the countries those are upper one, the Asian countries हैं, if they want to go through the southern portion to the other country, so if they do not cross the India, then they have to run a very long traveling. But if they connects with the India, so they can the distance will get shortened and they can easily go through the other countries from the mountain passes and through the sea route. So India also provides the area to the other countries also, so that they can do the trade and import and exports. They can take the things from our country to their country in this way. So that is why India is having, and for India also, for us also, due to this geographical location, India is having a huge important role in the world market, or we are having a good economic value in the world market, because India is having the such kind of resources, all types of transportation, and the geographical resources is also very good. India is only not having the roadways. In roadways, India is also having the railways. In India is the second largest railway network of the world. India is having such a huge network of the railway. And the sea routes, the international seaways and the internal, which can be done inside the country only, that navigation is also available in our country. So all types of transportation are available. So the India is having a huge connectivity with the world, and our neighbors in the neighboring countries in the northwest, there is the Pakistan and Afghanistan. In north only Bhutan, China and Nepal. in south there is Sri Lanka and Maldives, and in east direction there are Bangladesh and the Myanmar. These are the neighboring countries of India, and all these countries got the passes from the India only, because the India is having the huge mountain passes over there. So many ranges comes in the boundaries of the India, and those passes which provides the way to the other countries, that is in the India only. That's why India is having a very good position in the world market. And Bhutan, China, Nepal, same as well. Sri Lanka and Maldives, these are in the southern part. So as we are having the seaports over there, so those seaports makes it's very convenient for us and for the others, that we can easily travel to the Sri Lanka and the Maldives and the countries which are situated at the southern part. So the other countries which are in the northern parts, they come through the India, then they got the pass from the India, then they move towards the other countries. It becomes more easier and it shorten their distance also. That is why India is having a good location. Then here we are talking about the administrative division of the India. Administrative means how to rule a country. Administration means the ruling on a place. So for the ruling purpose, India is now divided into 28 states and 9 union territories. This is the current administration division of the India. As earlier the Jammu Kashmir was the state, but now it is divided into the two portions, and it has come in the union territories, means in the direct control of the central government. There is a one national capital of India. The largest state of the India is the Rajasthan. The smallest state of the India is Goa. The largest union territory of India is Andaman and Nicobar, and the smallest union territory is the Lakshadweep. So these are the various administrative divisions, so that India can do the work to maintain the economic conditions and the transportation, import and exports, and agricultural, mineral resources. So many things can be taken care, and we can use those resources for our welfare and for the country's welfare also. So and for the ruling purpose also, this administrative division is for the every purpose of the country, not only for the ruling purpose, for the economical growth, for the transportation, for the minerals, for the resources any of the state is having. So how to use those resources, how much we are having, how much we can import from the other countries, how much we can give to the other countries, import and exportation, everything. It means the whole calculation is done through the administrative division only. That is the important thing, and that is why the administrative division has been done over here. So in this chapter I told you the so many huge things over here, and I'm giving you a brief recap also, that the India and its location. I told you the size of the India, the location of the India, the how to find out matlab how a place is located in the world and how we can identify it. For that we need to learn the longitudes and the longitudes, that I also told you. I told you the importance of the longitude and the latitudes also. Heat zones I told you, and the boundaries of the India at the international labels, the neighboring countries of the India, the administrative divisions, and the so on things. Why we learned all of these things? So that we can learn that India's location is good for us or not. अब suppose if India is not having the such kind of geographical location, you know, this is the by luck we are having a very good geographical location in the world. But if not, if we are also there in the above the Asian countries, where the countries are having the landlocked only, so we will not be having the all types of transportation. The less resources will be there. Obviously the resources which are coming from the sea areas, if the sea and water is not nearby to any of the place, then the resources we cannot get from them. What happen in that condition? Then we have to import the things and the resources from the other country. So in the world there are so many countries which are not having all types of resources. Even India is also not having, but as much as the resources are available in the India, we are not supposed to take both of much of the things from the countries. We are not getting much of the import from other countries. The things only which are very less in our country, as we are consumption the consumption of the minerals are very high in our country due to the large population. That is why the resources are getting less. Otherwise India is having so much resources. If we use it in a sustainable way, then we never need to import anything from the other countries. That is the important thing for us. So India and its location told us that the location of the India is very good in the world market, and if we maintain it with the sustainable development and with the conservation of the resources, if we use these things in a disciplined manner way, through the and in a very unique process, so India can have a very good economic condition in the world also, and can grow rapidly, can have so many important things with us, and it can provide a huge sorry it can provide a so the geographical location of the India can provide a good lifestyle to us and so many other things we are having. So this is done for this chapter, and here the chapter is end. Everything I told you in the brief, also go through the whole videos and study the chapter. You are having the books also, must go through the books and see the things which are not understandable to you. You can also ask the queries to me. And thank you so much everyone for listening me.